Test, test, test. Hello, my fellow Americans. Just kidding. Sorry I'm late. I was making banana bread. Entirely my fault. I apologize. I just want to sit down real quick and talk to you about the channel, really. I know today's supposed to be podcast day. Turns out that's not happening. Instead, you get this. So Thursdays are now podcast or talking head day, depending on how things line up. So we started going hard with the channel about a month ago. Me and my filmer Mats, who is the champion of the channel. I'm just taking the credit. And I thought now, like a month and a half on into the consistency or constant posting, I wanted to catch you guys up on what the plan is because I think transparency is key and I see you guys as investors into the channel. You're investing your time and I really want you to get your time's worth back out of the channel. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how the structure of the channel is going to be, who we are, and what's going on. So intro. All right, that's all I had for an intro. Okay, moving on. Anyway, step number one, the idea. The idea for the channel was to explore the world of cars and adventure through the eyes of a photographer, basically. So I've gone on many adventures in my career as a photographer. I've driven some cool cars, and I feel like I have a lot of opportunities that I could have turned into something else. I also had a lot of free time. When you work freelance, there's a lot of downtime, a lot of waiting, a lot of editing, you have to desperately fill that time with something. So this is what I wanted to fill the time with, basically. And I'm lucky in that I found somebody who wanted to team up and work on it with me. I really want this channel to center around storytelling. It's not car reviews. It's not a how-to tutorial. It's kind of all of it put together under the guise of a story. If we're taking a car out, I really want to show the trip. I want to show the challenges of the trip. I want to show a little bit more than just this car has 600 horsepower and rear wheel drive. And I think that stuff is a little bit boring. You can read it in 5 seconds anywhere else. Of course, I mean, I'm going to include it when I have a car, but I'll just blast through it. Outside of the car stuff, I really wanted to do some adventure-based stuff. I'm lucky enough to be living in one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and I just want to take time to explore that. And I've spent so much time exploring it without documenting or documenting it. Do you have to clean right here? I've spent so much time documenting it through the still camera that I feel like I've lost some of the storytelling behind what it took to take those stills. So that's kind of the whole point of the channel, is to create these opportunities that I've been afforded as a commercial and adventure photographer, and then show the behind the scenes with a red thread of this is what the world kind of looks like to me. Like, this is how I view cars. This is how I use the cars. This is how I view the adventure, things like that. And there's going to be tons and tons and tons of topics outside of cars, outside of adventure. There's going to be we're going to explore. We're going to explore. We're not going to stick to one thing, but if you like cars, this is probably a good place to chill. Number two, I want to take a second to introduce both Mats and I. Who are we? Mats is the filmer. I am the face. Still photographer, I guess. A little bit about me. I studied 3 years as a journalist. I got my bachelor's degree in London. There was some wasted study before that I won't get into, but that's part of the fun of growing up. I took that journalism degree and I moved to Austria, and I worked as an editor for a ski magazine down there, in which case I realized that a camera would make myself twice as valuable. So I bought the camera, I combined the two, and lo and behold, here I am. Now, I realized very shortly that the photography stuff was more fun, and it was better paying, and it just seemed like something that I could sustain myself on for longer and more intense periods of time. So I took my camera, I moved back to Norway, and started my career as a commercial and adventure photographer about 7 years ago, something like that. Since then, a lot of things have happened. I've built a lot of clients around the sort of adventure side of things. I've built a lot of clients around the car side of things. And I've built a lot of clients that I don't really like talk about because it's not really sexy and attractive. But this is what it takes to become a commercial photographer. I have also added the title of Sony Alpha Ambassador to my name. I've worked closely with the brand Sony Alpha. They loan me equipment. I give them content, and I plug their material whenever I can, because why not? I mean, I believe in the brand as much as hopefully they believe in me, and I just want to give back, and thankfully they want to give back to me. So they've been awesome. There's going to be a lot of Sony Alpha stuff in this channel. I mean, we already had the A1 video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. Next up to the plate. Oh, by the way, my favorite car brand is Porsche, if you didn't know. There you go. I don't know what that's worth. So next up is Mats, Mr. Mats Anderson. He is the filmer / magician behind the channel. He's the talent. I may be in front of the camera, but he is the skill and the god behind the camera. Mats and I have a little bit of a history together. Mats and I have a little bit of a history together. We've shot events for 2+ years now. When shooting events became a little bit too much for my workload, I was never good at filming. I contacted Mats, and Mats and I ended up teaming up and shooting events together. And that's when we started working, basically. It's also worth noting that Mats is a car fan. He has opinions on cars. He likes to drive cars, and I am making it my life's goal to get Mats in front of the camera. So, fingers crossed. If that's what you want, drop it in the comments. Regardless, drop a comment. Step number 3, the channel. A little bit about the channel. I'm going to break down the channel into 3 elements. If you haven't noticed yet, we're trying to become a little bit more consistent in our posting, which starts basically on Sunday. So every Sunday, I post a video that comes from the hands of Mats. So Mats and I will go out with a car or on an adventure, and we'll film something. And Mats will put it together into like a 10 minutes, however long it takes, segment. And that segment goes through me and then gets posted on Sundays. So Sundays is when you probably noon. I aim for noon. Sundays at noon are when you can expect we're going to post the main channel or the main photo of the week. Monday then is following up on Sunday's video. I do a live stream at 7 o'clock. I tried some other times. It doesn't quite work out. I'm going to aim for 7 o'clock. Seems to be a good one. Monday seems to be a good day for it. It's just when I'm feeling it. So I'm going to do a live stream where I edit the photos that we shot during the Sunday video. Now, like I said, I don't want this channel to become a how-to. Never was a how-to. Maybe we'll do some how-to videos now and then. But the live streams are reserved for just like hanging out. We play music. We edit some photos, and we chat in the chat, which I guess is what the chat is for. That makes sense. The Monday live streams are just a place for conversation. It's just where I want everybody to come and hang out, and just have a good time. So if you're not there, Mondays at 7 o'clock, come. You can chat. You can talk to me. I read everything. That brings us to Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. That's where we are now. Thursdays are a chance to tell long-form stories. To sit down with people who I think are doing cool shit. To sort of fill you guys in on the channel, what's going on, and just give you a state of the union, if you will. I have a lot of people that I've talked to so far that are based around like cars and car photography. I love talking to other photographers and getting a feel of the landscape. There's a lot of cool information that comes out when you're chatting to somebody who does similar things to you. So that's kind of what I want out of the Thursdays. I want a communal vibe. I want to be able to sit down with somebody and be like, what's going on in your neck of the world, and how does that line up with mine, and is there some sort of trend in our industries? So that brings us to the final point, the channel so far. Well, maybe not the final point. There is a future to this channel, but the channel so far. Let's talk about the past. We're steadily getting used to the routine. It's not so easy. It's kind of a grind. You're 2 people making 3 films a week. That's a lot. That's a lot. Even if some of them are just me talking to the camera, this takes a lot of work to pump out. So kind of the goal is to just keep going. And the way it's been going so far, it seems pretty smooth. We've been going about a month and a half. And so far we've grown in the last month 150 subscribers. At that kind of rates, I'm pretty happy with where this is going. But we'll see what that adds up to in the future. But the goal is to hopefully get some collaborations to help build that. The Martin collaboration was great. So if you guys are here from the Martin Swagen podcast, thank you so much. Martin, I appreciate you sending your army this way. There's going to be a lot more cool conversations like that in the future. having said that, we are still finding our style. We've been going for about, like I said, just over a month, and there's a lot of soul searching left to do. There's a lot of style finding left to do, and we have to just work at it. So if you guys see anything that needs to be improved, just please drop a comment and let me know. I'm reading everything. In the future, that might not be the case. It probably should not be the case, but for now, you guys are cool. I'm happy to have you here, and I'm happy to hear your comments. So just give me some suggestions. Let me hear it. So you can reach me in the comments here, or you can write me on Instagram. Either way, I'll read it and I'll try to respond. For the future of the channel, that's pretty much it. We just want to keep going in this path. Some of the goals include by summer getting an office, having a consistent place to make videos, having a good studio, something a little bit better looking than this. I think the sound and the look of the channel is pretty good. I just want to keep refining that moving forward. And I think the storytelling is good. I just want to expand it, and I want to keep going deeper into certain things. So in the future, the Sunday videos, instead of just being like one-offs, I want to do a little bit more of episodic stuff, part 1, part 2, part 3, and just sort of keep a flow to the channel. That's the idea, onwards and upwards. So thank you. And with that, that's all I got. Thursday video, sorry, once again, it's a little bit strange. Not really a podcast, not what you're used to, but like I said, I treat you guys as investors. You're investing your time into me, and I want to give you your time's worth. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Once again, hit the bell or whatever. I don't know how that works. Subscribe, bell, notifications. I'll be here. If you want to keep updated, you can follow us here. You can follow me on Instagram.com/Kyle Meyer. It's pretty simple. I'm out there. Anyway, send me a message. Let me know what's going on in your mind. For now, thank you very much. Go check out some of the other videos that are up on the screen. Kyle out.